Good afternoon, beautiful people. I am coming to you live and direct from my kitchen. Um, it's been an interesting afternoon, but nonetheless, I'm here and it's feeling quite still down here and quiet, which is good. I have some people working on my attic, so if you hear some noise or banging or even cursing, that is them upstairs in the attic putting down my floor. But anywho, I hope that you had a wonderful, beautiful, amazing morning, afternoon, day, and if you did not, then I am really glad that you're here with me. We are going to be discussing some more hand mudras. Let me see if I can move this back just a little bit. There we go. So I did a prior video on hand mudras, and I'm really feeling the energy and the wave, and trying, different poses with the hands that I can incorporate in my practice on and off the mat. And so I'm here today to share a few more with you. Last time I did 3, so I'm going to do 3 this time. And I always want to gravitate to anything that is heart chakra or crown chakra. Usually third eye is interesting for me, but not too surprising. So let's get started. So the first hand mudra, let me say this, because if you didn't watch the other video, basically hand mudras are different poses that you do with your hands. And you can use them either on their own, or you can use them to incorporate into your asana practice with different poses. Now, the hand mudras that I have typically gravitated to these past few weeks have been using both hands. So obviously you would have to incorporate them into other asana poses where you don't need your hands. So you probably can't be doing an inversion and also doing one of these hand mudras where you need both hands. But there are hand mudras where you only need one hand, or you can do it with one hand. But we're going to be doing two-handed hand mudras. And as I mentioned in the first video, the premise of yoga is that we are energetic beings, and by doing these different poses with our body, it allows the energy to flow in our body a little bit better, a little bit different. And also, as many people know, does actually correlate scientifically with increasing things like oxygen to the blood, or circulation, or kind of massaging or oxygenating particular organs, focusing on different systems. So the hand mudras similarly can connect with different systems, different parts of the body, and affect the body in different ways, just like the asana poses. So we are going to start with I'm not good at saying this one, Vajrapradama mudra for self-trust, associated with the heart chakra. Again, Vajrapradama mudra. We'll work on that together. So the Vajrapradama mudra really focuses and assists with enthusiasm, trust, and confidence. It can support the respiratory system, releases tightness in the chest, ribs, and back, energizes and cultivates enthusiasm and self-confidence, helps with depression, can help with depression. So Vajrapradama mudra, enthusiasm, trust, right? Self-trust and self-confidence. So the instructions for this particular mudra is you interlace the fingers from right and left hand to the first knuckle. So your first knuckle here, interlace them to the first knuckle. And then with the pinky fingers on the bottom, extend the thumbs and the index fingers upwards. And you're gonna hold your hands in front of your heart. So you're to your first thumbs with the lower 3 fingers on each side, and then your thumbs and your index fingers are going to be pointed facing upward. You know, this is a little hard with my ring. So just like this. And then your elbows are relaxed down, heart and chest relaxed downward. Oh, sorry, heart and chest shine forward, but your elbows are relaxed downward. And so the mantra for the Vajra Pradama Mudra is unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Excuse me. So holding your mudra in front of your heart, unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. So begin to just tap in, tune into the body. Let yourself relax, release the lower back. If your back is arched or typically arched, I got the hiccups now. Soften the eyes, the forehead. And stretch the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, elongating the neck, the spine. Relax those shoulders down, relax the elbows down, let the shoulders fall away from the ears. And just begin to notice your breath. See if you can take a deep breath here, inhaling through the nose and expanding the belly out like a balloon. Exhale out through the mouth. And another time, deep inhale, expand the belly. Exhale out through the mouth. And one more time, inhale, expand the lower belly. Try to expand that part underneath the belly button. Exhale out through the mouth. Perfect. Now repeating the mantra again, using your mudra, unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. And receive a breath. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Breathe it in. Hold. Exhale. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. And one last time. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. And release the hands. Wiggle the fingers a little bit. You can play around with this. You can say the mantras in your head. You can say them out loud. I find that they tend to be more powerful for me when I say them out loud. But I'm typically a person that's not very loud or, what they call extroverted. So, it's more powerful for me to say them out loud. But for somebody who may be opposite of me, who may be more talkative or extroverted, it may be beneficial to say it in your head, something that's like internal to you instead of external. Something else you can play around with is your breathing during the hand mudras and the mantras. So you can, if you want to, invitation to be, set up in your hand mudra and then use your mantra and then take a deep breath and like breathe in the mantra and then again say the mantra again, take a deep breath, breathe it in. And you can play around with how many times you want to say it, but I do find that when you first practice, it may be that you feel nothing at all, but as you keep doing it, just like anything else, you kind of you cultivate this energy. You cultivate the energy and it starts building, and you will start to feel like something is happening here when you're in your hand mudra and you're using the mantra and you're breathing. Definitely feel a sense of relaxation, a sense of stillness, a sense of, I want to say trust. I think that's from that that mudra. But I find especially helpful with the hand mudras, the mantras, because it really helps to bring out the energy and like focus the energy on what this mudra is trying to let flow. So these particular cards have the, what is it called, the mantras on them, but you can certainly make up your own mantras as well. So moving forward, let's do inner witness next. So this is Sakshi Mudra. Sakshi Mudra, inner witness, associated with the third eye. And your third eye, for folks who don't know, is usually used to symbolize like kind of like your, the all-seeing eye, the things that might be seen or like understood but not spoken, kind of like your inner God, your inner your conscience, your higher kind of like self, your intuition, in a way. And it's kind of like the thing, the inner voice, the inner working that keeps you like protected and knowing what to do, what not to do, right and wrong. Not in the sense of like morality, but in the sense of like when you have to make really hard decisions, that only you can really know what is what. To me, that's what my third eye is. It's like that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge that we just kind of like is in the spirit that we have. In a lot of I think it's Hindu religion, put the dot here to mark like this is the point of light in humans. So like your spirit head right here. So Sakshi Mudra assists with your self-study, right? Clarity and spaciousness. It can help to relax the muscles of the face and jaw, lengthens the breath, and supports cervical spine alignment. So naturally you will have to be sitting up straight to support, cervical spine alignment. So if you're like hunched over, or your head and your neck is like this or like that, because I do that a lot, you're not going to be supporting cervical spine alignment. So you got to really do some, additional work. But so instructions for Sakshi Mudra. Join the tips of the fingers all together, pointing upwards, right? So like this, base of the palms are together, and then soften the knuckles away from each other. So you open up, kind of like that. I'm gonna play around with it so you can see the opening, and then align the thumbs together. You can see there are lines back here, and then you bend from the tip of the knuckle of the thumbs facing inward, so into your hands. So can you see that in there? Like that. And then there you go. So your knuckles are softened away from each other. So for me, when I do this hand mudra, because it's associated with the third eye, I bring the thumb knuckles right to the third eye, like that. And this way it kind of instantly does make you relax your face and your jaw, because it's like, when we have something in front of our face, even if it's like I don't know, it could be anything, an object, a cup or a visor or a bug or whatever, like naturally our face like softens, just like if somebody like flinches at you, you naturally like pull back. So it's kind of like the energy in your face pulls back when we have something close to our face. That's what I think anyways. Okay, so thumbs are inward, right? Knuckles are softened away from each other. Place the knuckles of the thumb on the third eye. Palms are together. And so feel your face relax, soften. Forehead is soft. Mouth is soft. Jaw is soft. Eyes are soft. See if you can soften the top of your head, if there was such a thing. Just think about that. And then the mantra, and make sure the shoulders, are relaxed away from the ears as much as possible. And the mantra for the Sakshi Mudra is, my inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. Receive a breath. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. Breathe it in. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. Receive a breath. Exhale. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. One last time. My inner witness leads me to perfect equanimity. release the hands, release the shoulders, maybe shimmy the shoulders a little bit. Maybe press on the third eye a little bit, soften. Whew, that one was pretty powerful, I feel like. It's very interesting, you know, it could all be like the placebo effect, right? When you think, look, I got a little burr on my forehead. When you think that something is works or going to work, so in your mind somehow, you know, it thinks like, oh, this is working or this is going to work. It could all be that, but to me it does really feel that the more I practice with the mantras and the mudras, that there is like, because typically in the mudras your hands are well, in the ones that I have used as of recently, especially with the two hands, that your hands usually touch a place on your body, and depending on which chakra it might be associated with, it could be in that spot or something else. There are some mudras where your hands are not touching your body, like this one. But for these particular ones where your hands are like touching your body, it really does feel like there's an energy flowing from the body through the hands and like out. For me anyways. And I'm really like a novice at this and just started beginning to play around with it, but I have like been practicing yoga for quite a few years, so you know, I do have some experience, but not particularly a lot with the hand mudras. But I do really like that one. I feel like I felt some power like coming from my third eye, and like, and it was like I'm still taking it in. I'm still processing. So that was Inner Witness. And our last one is going to be Bhairava Mudra, and it is for liberation. Bhairava Mudra, liberation. And it's interesting to me because it looks like kind of like where you place your hands like when you're pregnant, right? Or like it automatically makes me think about like hands on the womb. This one, and it's interesting that it's associated with liberation. Also associated with the crown chakra, which is kind of supposed to be like your divine connection with, you know, the creator, the higher power. And I was thinking of something here. I lost it. But anyways, so the Bhairava Mudra assists with unity, freedom, liberation. Benefits: assist all the systems of the body, supports inner stillness and courage, releases fears. So this is a great one for a lot of us who deal with imposter syndrome, or having trouble being still, or when we're feeling, you know, a little bit afraid, or like we need some additional courage and support. So instructions for the Bhairava Mudra: you're going to rest the left hand. You're not going to be able to see me here. I thought about this before I started the video, and I was like, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. I don't have no other. Look, now I'm going to try to figure it out. Okay, fine. Let's turn it this way. Then you'll be able to see me, maybe. Okay, there we are. So, Bhairava Mudra, you're going to rest the left hand on your lap facing upward. Very simple. Just like that. You're going to lay the right hand over the left hand, palm facing up. Allow the thumbs to touch. Relax the shoulders back and down. Lengthen the spine. Okay? So this is it. Very simple. And I would bring in the hands close to the body so that they're kind of touching a little bit your what's there, your pubic bone almost. It's a little bit higher than your pubic bone. You know, if you're a woman, your womb would be here. If you're a man, I guess probably some transverse muscles might be there. So, okay. So this is the position, right? So let the shoulders fall back, lengthen the spine, and really envision a string, a thread pulling the crown, the top of your head towards the ceiling. Untuck the lower back. If you have an arch, release the lower back. And begin to soften the face. Begin to feel an opening in the front body as the back body softens and relaxes. Tuning into the breath. And the mantra for the Bhairava Mudra is, I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. Receive a breath. Exhale. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. One last time. I honor the innate union of consciousness and bliss. And release the hands. Shimmy out the shoulders. Let's take a second. Come back into the room. Maybe find something in the room that you like to look at. And just say thank you. Thank you for that thing, for being in our space. And thank you to ourselves for just being curious, practicing, playing around, having fun. Taking a moment to just be here and be present. And receive a breath. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the top. And exhale out through the mouth. I always have something over my head. It's always like a light fixture in my house. Yes, so that was our practice today. So we played around with these 3 different hand mudras. Um, the Vajra Pradama Mudra for self-trust, the Sakshi Mudra for your inner witness, and the Bhairava Mudra, which is for liberation. I feel like the Bhairava Mudra is very powerful, and I would love to sit with it longer and really practice saying the mudra like a long time. And it makes me think about chanting and the power of chanting, and you know how people have believed in that and practiced that for such a long time. But I can I feel like I get a glimpse of it and a sample of like the power of chanting when I'm practicing the mudra and practicing the mantra. I can kind of feel like the energy building up. And specifically for this one, because it's related to, you know, the crown chakra and, you know, our connection with our divinity and, you know, higher power, source, spiritual realm, and the mantra being the union of consciousness and bliss. Powerful. I get a little bit of goosebumps, but definitely would recommend doing this one, practicing this one for a long amount of time. And any of them really, you know, this is my bias, because I want to do that more, but all of these are really great. So yeah, that was our practice today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you you know, incorporate one or all into your practice, and I'll keep sharing and we'll keep practicing together. Thank you.